Welcome to Chapter 6, Leadership Pitfalls and How to Avoid Them. Even the most well-intentioned leaders can fall into traps that undermine their effectiveness and harm their teams. Whether it's micromanaging, showing favoritism, or burning out from stress, these pitfalls can erode trust, stifle productivity, and damage morale. In this chapter, we'll explore how to recognize and avoid these common leadership mistakes. By the end, you'll have the tools to lead with greater awareness, fairness, and resilience. Let's get started. Section 1. The dangers of micromanagement and control. Micromanagement is one of the most common and damaging leadership pitfalls. It's the tendency to oversee every detail of your team's work, often to the point of stifling their creativity and autonomy. While it may come from a place of wanting to ensure quality, micromanagement sends a clear message: I don't trust you to do your job. Over time, this erodes morale, stifles innovation, and leads to burnout for both you and your team. Here's how to avoid falling into the micromanagement trap. Delegate effectively. Trust your team with meaningful tasks and give them the freedom to execute. Provide clear expectations, but resist the urge to hover. Focus on outcomes, not processes. Instead of dictating how something should be done, focus on what needs to be achieved. This empowers your team to find their own solutions. Check in, don't control. Schedule regular check-ins to offer support and feedback, but avoid constant interruptions. Trust your team to come to you if they need help. Remember, your role as a leader is to guide and empower, not to control. By letting go of the reins, you create space for your team to grow and thrive. Section 2. Avoiding favoritism and bias in team dynamics. Favoritism and bias are silent killers of team morale. When team members perceive that certain individuals are given preferential treatment, whether it's more opportunities, recognition, or leniency, it breeds resentment and undermines trust. As a leader, it's your responsibility to ensure fairness and equity in your team dynamics. Here's how. Be aware of your biases. We all have unconscious biases that can influence our decisions. Take time to reflect on your actions and ask yourself if you're treating everyone equally. Standardize processes. Use clear, objective criteria for decisions like promotions, assignments, and recognition. This reduces the risk of perceived favoritism. Seek feedback. Regularly ask your team for feedback on your leadership style. Are there any patterns of favoritism or bias that you might be unaware of? Be open to their insights. Fairness isn't just about doing the right thing, it's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. When your team knows they're being treated equitably, they're more likely to give their best. Section 3. Managing stress and preventing burnout. Leadership can be incredibly rewarding, but it can also be incredibly stressful. The pressure to perform, the weight of responsibility, and the constant demand for decision-making can take a toll on even the most resilient leaders. If left unchecked, stress can lead to burnout, a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that affects not only you, but also your team. Here's how to manage stress and prevent burnout. Prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that recharge you, whether it's exercise, meditation, or spending time with loved ones. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to unnecessary commitments and delegate tasks when possible. Protect your time and energy so you can focus on what truly matters. Seek support. Don't be afraid to lean on your peers, mentors, or a professional coach. Talking about your challenges can provide perspective and relief. Managing stress isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. By taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to lead your team with clarity, compassion, and resilience. Leadership is a journey filled with challenges and opportunities. By avoiding the pitfalls of micromanagement, favoritism, and burnout, you can create a healthier, more productive, and more fulfilling environment for yourself and your team. As you reflect on this chapter, ask yourself, where am I most vulnerable to these pitfalls? What steps can I take to lead with greater fairness, trust, and balance? Remember, no leader is perfect, but by staying aware and proactive, you can navigate these challenges with grace and integrity. Chapter 7. Cultivating a growth mindset. In a world that's constantly changing, the ability to learn, adapt, and grow is no longer just a nice-to-have, it's a necessity. Whether you're leading a team or navigating your own career, a growth mindset can be your greatest asset. In this chapter, we'll explore how to encourage continuous learning, embrace failure as a stepping stone to success, and stay adaptable in an ever-evolving workplace. Let's dive in and unlock the power of growth. Section 1. Encouraging continuous learning for yourself and your team. A growth mindset starts with a commitment to continuous learning. It's about recognizing that there's always room to improve, innovate, and expand your horizons. As a leader, your attitude toward learning sets the tone for your entire team. Here's how to foster a culture of continuous learning. Lead by example. Share your own learning journey with your team. Whether it's taking a course, reading a book, or attending a workshop, show them that learning is a lifelong process. Provide opportunities. Invest in your team's development by offering training programs, mentorship opportunities, and access to resources. Encourage them to pursue skills that align with their passions and goals. Celebrate curiosity. Reward team members who ask questions, explore new ideas, and take initiative. Create a safe space where curiosity is celebrated, not stifled. By prioritizing continuous learning, you're not just building skills, you're building a future-ready organization. Section 2. Embracing failure as a stepping stone to success. Failure is often seen as the enemy of success, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful teachers we have. A growth mindset reframes failure as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Here's how to embrace failure and help your team do the same. Normalize failure. Share stories of your own failures and what you learned from them. This helps destigmatize failure and shows that it's a natural part of the growth process. Focus on lessons, not blame. When something goes wrong, shift the focus from who's at fault to what can we learn from this. Encourage open, blame-free discussions. Celebrate effort, not just results. Recognize and reward the effort your team puts into trying new things, even if the outcome isn't perfect. This reinforces a culture of experimentation and resilience. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to success. By embracing it, you and your team can turn setbacks into breakthroughs. Section 3. Adaptability in a constantly evolving workplace. The only constant in today's workplace is change. New technologies, shifting market trends, and evolving customer expectations mean that adaptability is no longer optional. It's essential. A growth mindset equips you to thrive in this dynamic environment. Here's how to stay adaptable. Stay curious. Approach change with curiosity rather than fear. Ask questions, explore new possibilities, and stay open to different perspectives. Encourage flexibility. Build a team that's comfortable with ambiguity and willing to pivot when needed. Foster a culture where change is seen as an opportunity, not a threat. Invest in resilience. Help your team develop the skills and mindset to bounce back from challenges. This might include stress management techniques, problem-solving exercises, or team-building activities. Adaptability isn't about predicting the future. It's about being prepared to face it with confidence and creativity. By cultivating a growth mindset, you can turn uncertainty into opportunity. Cultivating a growth mindset is one of the most powerful things you can do as a leader. It's about embracing learning, reframing failure, and staying adaptable in the face of change. As you reflect on this chapter, ask yourself, how can I model a growth mindset for my team? How can I create an environment where learning and experimentation are encouraged? Remember, growth isn't a destination, it's a journey. By committing to that journey, you'll not only achieve greater success, but also inspire those around you to do the same. Chapter 8. Leading by example. As a leader, your actions speak louder than your words. The way you conduct yourself, make decisions, and treat others sets the standard for your entire team. In this chapter, we'll explore how to model the behaviors you want to see, create a culture of accountability and respect, and understand the long-term impact of ethical leadership. Let's dive in and discover how to lead with integrity and inspire those around you. Section 1. Modeling the behaviors you want to see in your team leadership isn't just about telling people what to do, it's about showing them how to do it. Your team will look to you as a role model, whether you realize it or not. Here's how to lead by example. Demonstrate integrity. Be honest, transparent, and consistent in your actions. If you make a promise, keep it. If you make a mistake, own it. Show respect. Treat everyone, regardless of their role or position, with kindness and respect. This sets the tone for how your team interacts with one another. Be proactive, take initiative, and show a strong work ethic. If you want your team to be motivated and driven, they need to see those qualities in you first. When you model the values and behaviors you want to see, your team will naturally follow your lead. Section 2. Creating a culture of accountability and respect. A culture of accountability and respect doesn't happen by accident. It's built intentionally, one action at a time. Here's how to create that culture. Set clear expectations. Clearly communicate what's expected of each team member, including yourself. When everyone knows the standards, accountability becomes easier. Hold everyone accountable, including yourself. Address issues promptly and fairly, and don't exempt yourself from the rules. If you want your team to take accountability seriously, they need to see you doing the same. Foster mutual respect. Encourage open communication, active listening, and collaboration. Create a safe space where everyone feels valued and heard. As we come to the end of this audiobook, it's important to remember that leadership isn't a destination. It's a journey. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and striving to be better every day. In this final chapter, we'll reflect on leadership as an ongoing process, celebrate the progress you've made, and explore how to leave a positive legacy in your organization and beyond. Let's take this moment to look back, look forward, and embrace the path ahead. Leadership isn't something you achieve and then set aside. It's a lifelong journey filled with challenges, opportunities, and moments of growth. Here's why leadership is an ongoing process. The world keeps changing. New technologies, shifting markets, and evolving workplace dynamics mean that leaders must constantly adapt and learn. You keep growing. As you gain experience, your perspective, skills, and priorities will evolve. Embrace this growth and let it shape your leadership style. Your impact keeps expanding. The more you grow as a leader, the more you can inspire and empower those around you. Leadership is a ripple effect. Your influence extends far beyond what you can see. True leadership isn't just about what you accomplish during your time in a role, it's about the lasting impact you leave behind. A positive legacy is built on the relationships you nurture, the values you uphold, and the people you inspire. Here's how to leave a legacy that matters. Empower others. Invest in the growth and development of your team. When you lift others up, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your tenure. Lead with integrity. Stay true to your values, even when it's difficult. A legacy of integrity is one that stands the test of time. Make a difference. Use your influence to create positive change, whether it's within your organization, your community, or the world at large. Leadership is a privilege. Use it to leave the world better than you found it.
For more corporate book summaries and audiobooks, follow the Corporate Stickman and hit the notification bell to keep yourself updated on self-improvement videos.